Have you ever looked at a small backyard, a vacant lot, or even a modest greenhouse and wondered if plants could become far more than a hobby? What if the right crops could generate serious income or even change your financial future? Most people never realize that some plants are among the most valuable agricultural products on Earth. Certain crops can sell for extraordinary prices, others continue producing for decades, and some allow growers to earn impressive profits from surprisingly small spaces. Around the world, countless successful growers have quietly built thriving businesses, not through stocks or digital investments, but by cultivating high-value plants with steady demand. In this video, you'll discover 10 of the most profitable plants you can grow. These aren't unrealistic, get-rich-quick ideas. They're proven crops with established markets, loyal customers, and the potential to become highly profitable businesses when managed correctly. 1. Saffron, the tiny flower. Worth a fortune. Often referred to as red gold, saffron has earned its reputation as the world's most valuable spice. Premium quality saffron can sell for thousands of dollars per pound, and on a gram-for-gram basis, it may even exceed the value of gold. Yet despite its incredible price, saffron doesn't require massive farmland or expensive equipment. It can be successfully grown in raised beds, small gardens, greenhouses, or even containers, making it one of the best high-value crops for small-scale producers. Saffron is harvested from the bright crimson stigmas of the Crocus sativus flower. Every blossom produces only 3 tiny threads, each of which must be picked by hand during a brief flowering season. This painstaking process limits global supply and is the primary reason saffron commands such premium prices. For independent growers, however, this labor-intensive harvest becomes an opportunity rather than a disadvantage, since careful manual work creates exceptional value from a relatively small area. Unlike many crops that finish producing by late summer, saffron blooms during autumn. This unique growing cycle allows farmers to earn income after most gardens have already stopped producing. During harvest, flowers are usually collected early in the morning before they fully open. The delicate red stigmas are then carefully separated and dried, with proper drying playing a major role in determining both quality and market price. Well-dried saffron develops a stronger aroma, richer color, and longer shelf life. One of saffron's greatest strengths is its ability to expand naturally over time. The underground corms multiply every season, allowing growers to gradually increase production without continually purchasing new planting material. A small investment can slowly develop into a much larger operation, as each year's harvest creates the foundation for future growth. Worldwide demand for saffron remains remarkably strong. It's prized by gourmet chefs for its distinctive flavor and brilliant color, while the wellness industry values its antioxidant compounds. It also appears in herbal remedies, dietary supplements, cosmetics, skincare products, and luxury fragrances. Because authentic saffron is difficult to imitate, buyers are willing to pay premium prices to trusted growers who consistently produce high-quality spice. Perhaps the most impressive aspect of saffron is its efficiency. Very few crops allow small growers to compete successfully in premium markets without needing hundreds of acres. With proper harvesting, careful processing, and effective branding, even a relatively modest saffron plot can produce income that rivals far larger conventional farming operations. Saffron proves an important lesson. Success isn't always about owning more land. Sometimes it's simply about choosing a crop with extraordinary value. 2. Ginseng, a crop that rewards patience. Ginseng isn't simply another medicinal plant. It's one of agriculture's most respected long-term investments. For hundreds of years, this remarkable root has been treasured throughout Asia and many other parts of the world for its traditional health benefits and cultural importance. Mature, premium-quality roots often sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars per pound, while naturally shaped wild or wild-simulated roots can command even higher prices. What makes ginseng especially fascinating is that time dramatically increases its value. Unlike crops harvested within months, ginseng develops over several years. Older roots become larger, more complex in appearance, and increasingly desirable to buyers. A root grown for 5 or 6 years can be worth several times more than one harvested early, making patience one of the grower's greatest assets. Ginseng naturally thrives beneath mature forests, where filtered sunlight reaches the ground through tree canopies. This allows growers to utilize woodland areas that would otherwise generate little agricultural income. Rich organic soil, excellent drainage, consistent moisture, and shaded conditions create the ideal environment for healthy root development. Once established, the plants require relatively little intervention beyond protecting their natural habitat. The crop's slow growth also limits worldwide production. Since high-quality ginseng cannot be rushed, supply remains relatively scarce while demand continues to grow. Many experienced producers use a technique known as wild simulated cultivation, allowing the roots to develop naturally within forest environments. These roots closely resemble true wild ginseng and often sell at premium prices because of their appearance and quality. Many growers don't think of ginseng as an annual crop. Instead, they treat it like a living financial reserve quietly increasing in value beneath the soil. Some families even plant ginseng as an investment for future generations, expecting mature roots to help finance education, purchase land, or strengthen long-term financial security. The root also continues to enjoy widespread popularity because of its traditional reputation for supporting energy, mental focus, immune function, stress management, and overall wellness. Combined with growing scientific interest in its active compounds, this reputation helps maintain strong international demand year after year. Ginseng demonstrates an important principle. Sometimes the crops that require the greatest patience deliver the greatest rewards. Rather than producing immediate profits, ginseng gradually transforms time, discipline, and careful stewardship into remarkable long-term value. 3. Lavender, a crop that keeps paying you back. Lavender shows that profitability doesn't always come from rarity. Instead, its success comes from remarkable versatility. This attractive perennial combines beauty, durability, and countless commercial uses, making it one of the most dependable income-producing plants available today. Once established, lavender continues flowering season after season, creating opportunities for growers to generate reliable income for many years. One reason lavender is so appealing is its ability to flourish in places where many other crops struggle. It performs best in full sunlight with well-drained, sandy, or rocky soils and tolerates drought exceptionally well once mature. Areas often considered unsuitable for intensive agriculture can become productive lavender fields with relatively little maintenance. The plants naturally resist many pests and diseases and generally require only occasional pruning to remain vigorous. Lavender's real strength lies in its incredible diversity of products. Fresh stems are popular with florists and event planners, while dried bouquets remain favorites for weddings, home decor, and gifts. Flowers can also be processed into herbal teas, scented sachets, bath salts, soaps, candles, skincare products, and countless handmade crafts. Each additional product increases the value extracted from the same harvest. Essential oil production offers another profitable opportunity. High-quality lavender oil retains its fragrance and beneficial properties for years when properly stored, making it ideal for online businesses, wholesale distribution, and international markets. The cosmetic, wellness, aromatherapy, and fragrance industries continue to purchase large quantities of lavender oil, creating consistent long-term demand. Very little of the harvested plant goes unused. Remaining stems and flowers can be incorporated into compost, potpourri, decorative arrangements, or infused products, helping maximize profitability while reducing waste. A single lavender field can support multiple product lines that appeal to entirely different customer groups. Lavender farms also benefit from tourism. During peak bloom, the vibrant purple fields attract photographers, families, couples, and travelers looking for memorable experiences. Many growers supplement product sales by offering photography sessions, educational workshops, seasonal festivals, farm tours, and direct-to-consumer shopping experiences. For some businesses, agri-tourism eventually becomes as profitable as the harvest itself. The crop also scales exceptionally well. It can begin with just a handful of plants in a backyard before gradually expanding into a commercial operation. Since healthy lavender plants often remain productive for 10 to 20 years, they represent an investment that continues generating returns long after the initial planting. Lavender isn't simply another flowering plant. It's a business that continues creating value season after season. 4. Mushrooms. Big profits from surprisingly small spaces. Mushrooms have completely changed the way many people think about farming. Unlike traditional crops that require large fields, fertile soil, and plenty of sunshine, mushrooms can be cultivated indoors using vertical growing systems. This means even a basement, garage, spare room, or small warehouse can become a productive farm. For that reason, gourmet and medicinal mushrooms consistently rank among the highest earning crops on a per square foot basis. Premium varieties such as oyster mushrooms, shiitake, lion's mane, maitake, and reishi continue to gain popularity across multiple industries. Restaurants seek fresh, locally grown mushrooms because of their superior flavor and texture, while health-conscious consumers purchase medicinal species for supplements, powders, extracts, and wellness products. As more people discover their nutritional and therapeutic benefits, market demand continues to expand. Another major advantage is the rapid production cycle. Traditional crops often require an entire season before harvest, but many mushroom varieties are ready in just 2 to 6 weeks. This allows growers to harvest several times throughout the year, creating a dependable and recurring source of income. Instead of waiting months for returns, the same growing space can produce crop after crop with impressive efficiency. Mushroom cultivation is also incredibly adaptable. Since they don't rely on direct sunlight, growers have complete control over the environment by regulating temperature, humidity, fresh air, and cleanliness. This makes mushroom farming practical in cities, cold climates, and regions where poor soil limits conventional agriculture. Vertical shelving further increases production by stacking multiple growing levels within the same room. The financial barrier to getting started is relatively low. Many successful growers begin with a modest setup consisting of shelving, grow bags, simple humidity equipment, and basic ventilation. As knowledge and confidence increase, production can expand by adding more shelves, additional rooms, or new mushroom varieties, all without purchasing more farmland. Medicinal mushrooms can offer even greater earning potential. Lion's mane is widely recognized for supporting cognitive health. Reishi is valued for its calming and immune-supporting properties, while cordyceps has become popular among athletes and wellness enthusiasts for energy and endurance. These mushrooms can be marketed fresh or transformed into premium products such as capsules, tinctures, powders, and concentrated extracts, greatly increasing their value. Sustainability adds another layer of appeal. Mushrooms grow exceptionally well on inexpensive materials like straw, hardwood sawdust, coffee grounds, and wood chips. These agricultural byproducts would otherwise be discarded, allowing growers to convert low-cost waste materials into valuable food and wellness products, while keeping production expenses under control. Success in mushroom farming isn't determined by the amount of land you own. Instead, it rewards growers who focus on cleanliness, consistency, and careful environmental control. With the right system in place, even a compact indoor operation can generate year-round harvests, repeat customers, and impressive profits. Mushrooms prove that productive farming isn't measured in acres, it's measured by efficiency. 5. Vanilla, a luxury crop. Built on patience, vanilla is one of the world's most valuable natural flavoring crops, yet many people don't realize that it comes from a tropical orchid rather than a tree or shrub. Behind every vanilla bean is a remarkably time-consuming process that requires precision, dedication, and years of commitment. That difficulty is exactly what makes genuine vanilla so valuable and keeps global demand consistently strong. Vanilla beans develop on the Vanilla planifolia orchid. Each delicate flower opens for only a single day, and in most growing regions, every blossom must be pollinated by hand. Missing that narrow window means losing an entire bean. Because each flower requires careful manual pollination, producing natural vanilla is far more labor-intensive than most agricultural crops. Growing vanilla is not a short-term project. The vines generally require 2 to 3 years before flowering for the first time. After successful pollination, the developing pods remain on the vine for many additional months before harvest. Even then, the work has only begun. Fresh green beans must undergo a lengthy curing process involving drying, sweating, conditioning, and careful storage before they develop the rich aroma and flavor associated with premium vanilla. This long production cycle discourages many potential growers, helping maintain limited global supplies. At the same time, demand for authentic vanilla continues to increase as consumers and manufacturers increasingly prefer natural ingredients over synthetic alternatives. The food industry, bakeries, confectioners, perfume manufacturers, cosmetic companies, and wellness brands all compete for high-quality vanilla beans. Vanilla flourishes in warm, humid environments with filtered sunlight and good air circulation. In tropical climates, it can be grown outdoors, while growers in cooler regions often cultivate it successfully inside greenhouses. Since vanilla vines climb upward using trellises or support trees, production can expand vertically, making efficient use of available space. Once established, mature vines produce harvests year after year. Premium cured beans, homemade vanilla extract, vanilla paste, and specialty gourmet products can all command excellent prices, allowing even relatively small operations to generate impressive revenue through value-added processing. Vanilla is not the easiest crop to master. It demands patience, attention to detail, and a willingness to invest years before seeing full returns. However, growers who develop the necessary skills often gain access to one of agriculture's most rewarding premium markets. Vanilla teaches an important lesson. The greatest rewards often belong to those willing to wait. 6. Medicinal herbs. Small plants with reliable earning power. Medicinal herbs rarely receive the same attention as luxury crops like saffron or vanilla, yet they remain one of the most dependable sources of agricultural income. Rather than producing occasional windfalls, they create consistent sales throughout the year, which is why many experienced growers consider them one of the most reliable segments of specialty farming. Popular herbs such as ashwagandha, echinacea, turmeric, holy basil, valerian, chamomile, lemon balm, and other medicinal species continue to experience growing demand. As consumers increasingly embrace natural wellness products, these plants have become essential ingredients in herbal teas, dietary supplements, capsules, tinctures, extracts, powders, and functional beverages. One reason medicinal herbs are so attractive is their versatility. A single harvest can be marketed in numerous forms. Fresh herbs appeal to local markets, while dried herbs have a much longer shelf life. Processing them into oils, extracts, capsules, or herbal blends further increases their value and allows growers to serve several different customer groups simultaneously. Storage is another significant advantage. Properly dried herbs remain usable for months or even years without refrigeration, allowing growers to avoid the pressure of selling immediately after harvest. Instead, products can be packaged, marketed, and sold gradually whenever demand is strongest. Many medicinal herbs are also remarkably hardy. Numerous species tolerate dry weather, grow well in average soils, and naturally resist insects thanks to their aromatic oils. Several improve biodiversity by attracting bees and other beneficial pollinators, while some even contribute to healthier soil over time. Managing a medicinal herb operation is relatively straightforward once growers understand proper planting schedules, harvesting techniques, drying procedures, and storage methods. With basic equipment and consistent routines, a single person can maintain a productive and profitable business. Perhaps the strongest advantage is the nature of the customer base. Unlike novelty products purchased once, medicinal herbs are often incorporated into people's daily routines for immune support, relaxation, digestion, better sleep, and general wellness. That creates repeat customers and dependable long-term demand. Medicinal herbs don't depend on passing fads. They quietly build stable income, one harvest after another. 7. Truffles. A hidden treasure beneath your feet. Few agricultural products carry the prestige and value of truffles. Hidden beneath the soil for years before harvest, these rare fungi are among the world's most sought-after gourmet ingredients. Premium varieties can sell for thousands of dollars per pound, attracting buyers from fine dining restaurants, luxury food suppliers, and specialty gourmet markets around the globe. Unlike ordinary crops, truffles cannot simply be planted in rows. They develop underground through a unique partnership with the roots of specific trees, including oak, hazelnut, and beech. This natural relationship, known as mycorrhiza, benefits both the tree and the fungus, while creating an ecosystem capable of producing valuable harvests for decades. Building a successful truffle orchard requires careful preparation. Suitable soil must provide excellent drainage, contain high levels of calcium, maintain an alkaline pH, and support healthy biological activity. Choosing the right tree species, using properly inoculated seedlings, and matching local climate conditions all play essential roles in long-term success. Because of these strict requirements, relatively few growers enter the industry, helping preserve the crop's exceptional value. Patience is essential. Several years often pass before the first truffles appear beneath the trees. However, once production begins, the orchard may continue yielding harvests for many seasons with comparatively modest maintenance. Instead of replanting every year, growers concentrate on caring for the trees, maintaining healthy soil, and protecting the growing environment. Harvesting itself is unlike any other agricultural activity. Since mature truffles remain buried underground, specially trained dogs are typically used to locate them by scent. Each harvest becomes a carefully planned event focused on uncovering valuable fungi hidden beneath the forest floor. Naturally, truffle farming carries risks. Success depends heavily on climate, soil conditions, proper management, and a significant amount of patience. Even with careful planning, results are never guaranteed. Yet growers who establish productive orchards often discover that relatively small pieces of land can produce remarkably valuable harvests year after year. Truffles aren't designed for instant success. They're an investment in time, knowledge, and land that can deliver extraordinary long-term rewards. 8. Microgreens, small crops, fast returns. Microgreens have become one of the quickest and most efficient ways to generate income from a small growing space. These tender young greens are harvested just 1 to 2 weeks after sowing, yet they consistently command premium prices. Their bold flavors, vibrant colors, and concentrated nutrients make them highly desirable among chefs, restaurants, grocery stores, and health-conscious consumers. The greatest advantage of microgreens is their incredibly short growing cycle. Instead of waiting months for vegetables to mature, growers can harvest fresh crops within 7 to 14 days. This rapid turnaround allows multiple harvests every month, creating continuous cash flow rather than relying on a single seasonal harvest. Another major benefit is that microgreens require very little space. They can be produced indoors throughout the entire year, regardless of weather conditions, soil quality, or outdoor temperatures. A basement, spare bedroom, garage, greenhouse, or even a compact apartment can become a productive growing facility. By using stacked shelving and artificial lighting, growers can dramatically increase production without expanding their floor space. Starting a microgreen business is also surprisingly affordable. Most beginners need only quality seeds, shallow trays, a suitable growing medium, and LED grow lights. There is no need for expensive machinery, tractors, or large parcels of land. Because the harvest comes so quickly, many new growers recover their startup costs after only a few successful production cycles. Demand for fresh microgreens remains consistently high. Professional chefs rely on them to enhance the appearance and flavor of gourmet dishes, while health-conscious shoppers add them to salads, sandwiches, smoothies, and meal preparations. Often promoted as nutrient-dense superfoods, many microgreens contain impressive concentrations of vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants compared to their fully mature counterparts. Growers can choose from a wide range of popular varieties including broccoli, sunflower, radish, pea shoots, arugula, basil, cilantro, mustard, and red cabbage. Every variety offers a distinct flavor, texture, and appearance, making it easy to customize production according to local customer preferences. Certain species may even produce multiple harvests from a single planting, further improving overall efficiency. Although each tray produces only a relatively small amount of greens, the selling price per pound is remarkably high. As a result, microgreens consistently rank among the most profitable crops when measured by production area. Even a modest indoor growing system can provide dependable weekly income. Scaling production is equally straightforward. As customer demand increases, growers simply add additional trays, shelving units, or lighting. There's no need to purchase more farmland or wait for the next growing season. Expansion happens gradually, allowing businesses to grow while keeping financial risk relatively low. Perhaps one of the most valuable benefits is the speed at which new growers learn. Since harvests occur every couple of weeks, improvements can be made almost immediately. Mistakes become inexpensive lessons and experience accumulates rapidly, making microgreens one of the best specialty crops for beginners. Microgreens demonstrate an important truth. When production is fast and efficient, even the smallest harvest can generate impressive profits. 9. Bamboo, a renewable crop that keeps giving back. Bamboo is far more than an unusually fast-growing plant. It has become one of the world's most versatile renewable resources, valued across numerous industries for its strength, sustainability, and remarkable productivity. Certain species are capable of growing over 3 feet in a single day, making bamboo the fastest-growing plant on Earth. Yet its true value lies not only in rapid growth, but in its ability to provide continuous harvests for decades. Once a bamboo planting becomes established, replanting is rarely necessary. Underground rhizomes continually produce fresh shoots, allowing mature stands to regenerate naturally every season. Many species can be harvested annually without harming the plantation, creating a dependable supply of raw material while keeping maintenance costs relatively low. This natural cycle makes bamboo one of the most sustainable commercial crops available. The number of products made from bamboo is astonishing. It serves as a durable building material for construction projects, while manufacturers transform it into flooring, fencing, furniture, kitchen utensils, baskets, and decorative items. Bamboo fibers are woven into soft textiles and clothing, while the paper industry uses it as a renewable alternative to timber. Certain varieties also produce edible young shoots that are considered a delicacy in many parts of the world. Bamboo offers another important advantage by making difficult land productive. It grows successfully on hillsides, erosion-prone landscapes, and areas where many traditional crops struggle to survive. Its extensive root system helps anchor the soil, minimize erosion, improve water retention, and gradually restore degraded land over time. Environmental benefits further increase bamboo's appeal. The plant absorbs significant amounts of carbon dioxide while releasing large quantities of oxygen, making it valuable for sustainable agriculture and environmental restoration projects. In some locations, bamboo growers may even qualify for conservation initiatives, environmental grants, or carbon credit programs that provide additional sources of revenue. Choosing the appropriate species is one of the most important decisions for long-term success. Clumping varieties remain compact and easier to manage, while running types spread more aggressively and often produce greater yields but require proper containment. With thoughtful planning and selective harvesting, growers can maintain healthy plantations that continue producing for generations. Bamboo rewards those who think beyond short-term profits. During the first few years, most of the plant's energy goes into establishing a powerful underground root system. Once that foundation is complete, growth accelerates dramatically, and annual harvests become increasingly productive. Over time, bamboo evolves from a simple crop into a self-renewing resource that continuously produces building materials, specialty products, and long-term income. Bamboo doesn't ask to be planted again. Once established, it continues working for you year after year,